What up? What up? What up? It's your boy EA Smith. You already know what it is. The best sports analyst not on ESPN. I got my boys with me. We back for another episode of the Hot Seat, where
Yo,
we talk shit, real talk, real opinions, real shit. No PC conversation, but I got my boys with me. What's going on, fellas?
what's happening?
What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Polo. Very happy to be here on this good Sunday evening. Seems like we have a great show lined up.
It's your boy Prize Pick Drew, aka ain't won shit yet.
I'm sure Prize Picks does not want you branding them
Hey, I
Yo,
mean,
on
hey,
your picks, buddy.
hey, I mean, we gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, come on, man. They can give us some free. They can give us some promos.
Well, they put Joe Budden in the podcast in the commercial.
See what I'm
Drew, I don't
saying?
know, but
I just
he's
want some
cool.
promo funds.
I think your picks got to work out a little better than they do, but that's just me.
yeah. Hey, it's your boy Intervention Hef. I'm just trying to keep him with some money in his pocket. So,
Don't spend the
you
rent
know,
money.
yeah, don't. Like I said, let's split the bet 50-50 and we walk away both winners. So,
Okay,
Cool with it.
listen, man. So we back. We've had a lot to talk about this week. We got some stuff to go over. I got some stuff to get off my chest. Drew gonna let us know the next team not to bet on. But I got to start the show off, fellas. I got to go off book a little bit. I don't do this often, but I feel like I owe somebody an apology. I do, Polo. I see when you're wrong, and you got to admit that you're wrong, and I was wrong. JJ Redick, you, my
Mm.
friend, are, I don't know, you the real deal, my brother. You are, listen, I'm going ahead and put it out there. JJ Redick, Coach of the Year, put that out there. I mean, the truth is the truth, guys. The truth is the truth. I coached, let me tell you, I had one season of intramural basketball coaching in college. And I had just as much experience coaching. First of all, I mean, but if you think about it though, outside of having this, okay, guys, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to apologize because I wasn't really wrong about what I said, and y'all done pissed me off. See, I was going to be humble, but no, let's just talk about it. What I said was he was not qualified. And so, based on his coaching resume, I had just as much basketball coaching experience as JJ Redick, and we won. We went to the championship.
Can I
Now we
interject real quick, brother?
Oh,
no,
thank somebody.
I'm not
Thank you.
finished. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not finished. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
finished. Now I wanted to come on here and give him kudos for the job that he had done, and give him kudos because he got this team rocking and rolling. But I feel like we're taking this opportunity to laugh him out. Technically speaking, I wasn't wrong. Technically, he wasn't qualified. Now, has he surprised me in what he has done and the job he is doing? Then by all means, yes, he has surprised me. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. So if you want to, I'm trying to apologize. I'm trying to be the bigger
Mm.
man here. If y'all would allow me to do so, what I
Oh, go
want to
ahead,
do
brother.
is just say, hey guys, you have my full support, JJ Reddick. I'm on board. I may be late to the bandwagon, but I'm on board. Matter of fact, y'all, we got a hard stop at 9:30 because my guys are on. They need me. So just FYI. But anyway, not to belabor the point. JJ Reddick, I apologize for all the slanderous things that I put on social media and any other microphone that I could find at the time. Um, and every group chat that I was in. You, sir, are doing a damn good job. And keep up the good work. And don't piss me off tonight because this whole I'm done. I'm gonna let it go. We can talk about something else. Um,
I just want to throw something there real quick.
you got it.
I don't give a shit about the Lakers. I was actually on Twan's intramural basketball team. That nigga put me in for one play and benched me. That nigga sent me in the game, right? I tried to take a charge. They called a block. Twan said, sit down. Coach. What?
Listen, before we
So,
move to the other thing,
What?
I have a question.
yeah.
What is it that makes you think that you know if somebody's qualified for an NBA head coaching job?
Oh, man.
okay, so I'm glad you asked. I got freaking eyes, Marcus. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. Explain to me. I've been watching basketball my whole damn life.
Okay.
The man he coached his his daughter's third grade basketball team.
He has sons, man. He has sons.
They were still in third grade, Marcus, so that didn't really
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
What I'm saying is my intramural basketball coaching year, which honestly, if you put it up against every year, it's kind of almost Hall of Famish. We went to the championship first year, one and done. But what I'm saying is I technically speaking, outside of him playing in the NBA, okay, cool, we'll give him that. But just from coaching, he didn't really have the experience. He didn't. You
I
saying he
mean,
did?
I'm not I just wanted to know why. And I'm not saying that you aren't qualified.
Well, I felt like that's what you were
Uh,
saying, Marcus, because the
no,
tone
I feel
in
you.
which
I
you
feel
came
you because
across.
normally, we don't say very nice things to each other. But in this case, I was very interested to hearing it because, a lot of America showed pretty much
America,
the same exact sentiments that you thought. But you know who in America didn't think that goofy shit?
Marcus. Okay, you
You
want to
know
cook
why I
yourself?
didn't think that goofy shit? Because coaching and playing is very different. And I agree. He had no experience. But
We sit back.
when you do a podcast with the star of your team, and if you actually watch their podcast, it wasn't about telling funny stories about locker rooms. No, they were talking real X's and O's, like real X's and O's, like, it's 5 seconds left, side out, blah, 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 blah. That's what made me feel confident because if you can talk basketball with probably the highest IQ basketball player, arguably, that we've ever seen, that's going to translate into coaching. That's
Okay,
going to translate into coaching. Like, just because you've never done it, if you've played it at every level, and now you can communicate with the best player on your team, who is basically a mouthpiece for you on the floor, all you got now is chemistry issues. That's it. Like, the basketball portion is there. That's what makes it so hard to coach a guy like LeBron. Hell,
well,
even Kobe.
I'm not
Mike Brown
disputing
was the coach of the year last year. Was it last year or the year before last?
I think the year before last.
Year
before
before
that.
last, right?
Yeah,
Coach of
Yeah.
the year. Got his ass fired this year.
but
Coach Kobe, they were 0-5, got his ass fired before game 6.
let me ask you a
You know what I'm
question.
saying? Like,
It's not a matter of okay. Does I never disputed the fact that he knows basketball. That was never my. So okay, I'm gonna give you exactly where my trepidation came from. A couple of different things. JJ Redick, for one, okay, for one, if you have to remember me as a Laker fan, I'm not a
mhm.
LeBron fan. Not against LeBron.
No, I feel you.
No, I'm not saying I'm not a LeBron fan, but I'm not. I didn't come into this a LeBron fan. Coming to the, I was a Laker fan.
Yeah, you've
So
always been a Laker fan. Like, I only root for the Lakers because I'm a Bron guy. I feel you.
right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, does he know basketball? Cool. But what I was not trying to see is the Lakers turn into the LeBron James, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We already had seen some stupid shit with these trades, Westbrook trade, LeBron, all this stuff, LeBron. Y'all know how I feel about him. We ain't gonna go there. But anyway, my point being is this: the last thing I wanted to see was a coach he had in his back pocket. Didn't want to see it. Didn't want to see it. I does not. LeBron James has proven to me he is a terrible GM, and I did not want. He is a terrible GM. We don't. That's not on the topic list, so we ain't got to go there. But
No, well, we gonna amend the topic list because I'm gonna address that bullshit.
he's a
I'm
terrible
for sure.
GM.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
address
good.
that
He's
bullshit.
not good.
He
Marcus,
has 4 championships being a GM.
Marcus, but
Explain to
that's
me
not.
how
It's
is he
not.
not a good GM?
No. Not see. That's
There's
so.
GMs out here, bro, that haven't made the playoffs.
Okay, so what we're gonna not gonna do is say he's gotten 4 championships as a DGM because he's not.
Did he
He's
not
not.
assist
He's
with
not
putting the
gotten
Heat team
four
together?
years.
What
What he
about that
did
Cleveland
was
Cavaliers when he said I'm home and they traded Andrew Wiggins ass out of there and got Kevin Love? Did he assist with that?
he also okay.
What about the
You want
Lakers
okay?
trade
Let's
that he
talk.
got
Let's
Anthony
talk. You know
Davis
what?
pushed
I'm
through and
sorry.
they won in
I'm
the
sorry.
bubble? So it sounds like
We're
everywhere
gonna-
he's been le GM, he's won.
So what you let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and jump to the places he's won. We're gonna do Miami. Miami, he didn't GM that. Now they came together. Cool. I'll give him whatever credit you want to give. I'm not even trying to take, but he didn't GM that team.
Okay.
Okay. There was a lot of key pieces outside of him, Bosch, and Wade that helped put that championship together.
But we do agree that Pat Riley had nothing to do with it, right?
I'll let you have that. Okay. Anyway, I'm not even
Okay.
here. I'm not even here to argue that point, so it don't even matter. But
Okay.
my point being, so we're gonna go back to Cleveland as soon as we want to talk about it. The reason he left Miami was because why he was starting. Pat Riley was starting. This ain't the LeBron James show. But anyway, cool. Whatever the case may be, goes back to Cleveland. Got Kyrie Irving. Now, whether you want to, I don't give him credit for Kyrie Irving.
No, I'm not
Okay?
giving him credit for Kyrie
I'll
Irving.
give him
Kyrie
credit
Irving was
for
already
Kevin
there.
Love. I'll give him
He gets
credit
no
for
credit for
Kevin
that.
Love, right? And I'll give him credit for attracting other players. He's a phenomenal player. He's one of the top two best players of all time. I'm not even here to argue that point, but there's been a lot of
No
moves
reason,
outside
right?
of just
Every time.
those two that LeBron James has made that ain't great.
Agreed.
That ain't great. And
Agreed.
a lot of times when LeBron James puts himself into the GM hat, because we can always talk about the Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins, great move, cool. Outside of that one move, give me one move he's responsible for that actually led to a championship.
Anthony Davis. He literally campaigned for Anthony Davis.
And Anthony
They
Davis
literally traded
for,
away the Lakers' youth based on LeBron saying, "I'll win a championship if you give me Anthony Davis." And lo
okay.
and behold, they won.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that one. You can get something. You don't know. You can be wrong and get something right because they traded away.
What
No.
the fuck
They
does
traded away
that
their
mean?
entire youth future. They traded away their entire future
For a
on
banner.
that trade. I'm a Laker fan. I'm not. You already know. Whether or not we would have won that title, whether it was in the bubble or not, it don't even matter. What I'm saying is, and we've been on this topic for a long time. What I'm saying though is, Anthony Davis already wanted to be traded. Both of these players were clutch clients. Okay, that's to me. That's not him GMing something. That's to me, bruh. That's bruh.
I
Okay,
mean, you know what, bro? We don't have enough showtime because you have a lot of senseless points and you keep talking and it keeps going back to me and
bro.
Drew's point. Like you
He's
just
not a
said,
good bro.
he signed the Clutch. Like who owns Clutch Sports? Does LeBron James own
But
Clutch Sports?
the point I'm making is okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
literally
right.
sitting here saying like me saying, hey, I'm this person. Anthony Davis was one of the top three best players in the league at the time. Come
Okay.
on,
Well,
bro.
listen. I would rather us just move on with the show, but I just want to say my last point, and we don't have to go back and forth. You can't have it both ways. When it goes wrong, you can't call him the GM, and when it goes right, you can't not give him the credit. I'm so sorry.
No. I've been
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Like I'm
very
just not going for
consistent.
that from
You
you
may be
or from any other
talking about
person out
somebody
there
else.
that wants to play that card. When you lose or you make a bad decision, and you are right, he has made some bad moves. But I'm sorry, bro. I'm not going to take the wins away just
I
because
never said
it
I
helps
never
your
said
point.
you had to. But what I
Pat
am
Riley
saying
had
is
nothing to do with the Heat coming together. They literally said it in a documentary. Literally. So if he didn't have anything to do with it, who are we giving the credit to?
that was a collective, dude.
Okay,
First of
but he
all,
was a part of that collective,
and I'm
right?
not taking
Playing
that
the
from
GM.
him. That's not okay. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Here's what I will give you. Maybe I said it in the wrong way because clearly, obviously, but what? Let's move on because
Yeah, let's just move on. Let's just move on. Let's just
let's
move
move
on.
on.
We can talk offline. Let's go.
We'll get back to that because I'm
Yeah.
anyway. Well, here's what I do want to talk about. Since we are talking about basketball, I want to stay on that topic. I do want to talk about another superstar. Joel Embiid just got shut down for the season.
Saw that.
Again. And I'm not even gonna go super basketball on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is Joel Embiid a bust, man?
I can't wait to hear Drew's answer to this. Just by the
And
way,
I really go ahead, Drew. I want to hear what you guys say about it. Is Joel Embiid a bust?
Can't say that he is. I think, damn, not a bust. Because I mean, if you look at his numbers, he's put up numbers nobody's ever put up. And I mean, you've never seen a big man with his skill level. I mean, no big man with that skill level. Numbers wise, I can't say that he is. I don't think they put the right pieces around him. I think they try to build a super team. That shit ain't working.
mm,
You got Paul George. That I don't know why they got Paul George. That anyway.
That makes sense on paper.
I mean, who paper like crayon? Who wrote that shit in crayon? Like with the teams they've had, bro. They had Jimmy Butler. It's just they've got it. Like you said, they got on paper. Sixers have always looked good, like
mhm.
legitimate. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's chemistry or just. no real leader in the locker room. They just cannot get to the next level. And on
Mhm.
paper, they've been the best team in the league a couple times, but I can't call him a bust. Like I don't know how his career is going to end, but I cannot say he's a bust. He's too talented for that.
I'm gonna go last. I think I'm gonna go
I
last.
uh I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this in the chat, I had to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm be real with you. I agree with Drew. Like to me, a bust is a guy who actually never reaches potential. Whether that potential has been sustainable for multiple years or not, if they actually reach that potential, I can't call him a bust. Joel Embiid has been the MVP of the league. He's played in the the Eastern Conference Finals. He's led the league in scoring before. Has he lived up to the hype? I think not. I don't think he's lived up to the hype, and I think he's been disappointed. But I couldn't go as far as to call him a bust. Like no shot at Sam Bowie and Greg Oden. To me, those are busts. Those are guys who never even tapped the potential that they were projected to be. So in that, Anthony, what's my man name? That got drafted number 1 that year to Cleveland.
Um,
You know who I'm talking about, Twan? The guy I think he
yeah,
came from like
yeah,
the
he was a bust.
UNLV.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't even know his fucking name. He went number 1 in the draft. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying? Like
you're
that's a
talking about.
bust.
Yeah,
That's a bust. But I would say Embiid has been disappointed. I agree with Drew. I mean, his numbers, if you if you take away what we know about him in and out of lineups and you just look at his numbers, like that's probably top 10 centers of all time. Like real talk. Maybe
It's like
top 5.
okay. Harold, I'm gonna give you. I know Harold football. I know basketball is not your.
Yeah, but just to touch on this, and it's not going to be long, but it's basically I agree with both Polo and Drew. I know bus, and we say bums, and
Marcus Russell. Are
that
we going
that's
to
in
Marcus Russell?
that's in any the
Are
talk.
we Marcus?
Kwame Brown is a
I was
never mind,
wondering. I'm gonna let you finish your point, but
but
I was wondering how long we was gonna get into this podcast before we heard your Jamarcus Russell reference.
I didn't say Jamarcus Russell.
But we
it,
know
it,
who
it
you
didn't take
meant.
long. It didn't
We know
take
who you
long at
meant.
all.
I didn't. No, I said Kwame Brown.
He
You
did
know who
say
that
hey,
Kwame
is.
Brown. He did not
Okay,
say Jamarcus Russell.
touche,
can I say something real quick?
touche.
Kwame will respond to you.
I
Kwame
hope
don't care.
I hope
He
Kwame will
absolutely will
respond.
respond. We should tag him.
Hey,
We should tag
Hey,
him in the
Tag
video
Kwame on this.
for sure.
Kwame, you
Kwame
are.
don't care.
hey. So basically,
That,
though,
but technically,
when
that kind
you
of
talk
highly.
about
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
what you said.
No, no, no. I was gonna make a joke. Go ahead. You good? You got it. You got it.
Oh, no, but basically, like I said, he has been at the top. Have they sealed a deal with championships? No, but I wouldn't call him a bust. Do we know how it's going to end? Is it looking good? No, but I wouldn't call him a bust. Nah.
Well said, night shift, Ned. Well, damn said. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me get some stats real quick. My
Oh,
man
okay.
is 50% from the field. These are career stats.
Korea?
30, 34% from three, 83% from the free throw line, averages 3.7 assists. He's not a bust.
What's
They
his
just
point average career?
27.7.
Yeah, that's not a bus. That's not a
Nah,
bus.
it's the
That's not a
Sixers, man. I don't
bus.
know.
That's not a
I
bus.
don't know if it's
Well,
the Doc River effect or whatever, brother. It's
I
well,
mean, if I'm Philly, I'd trade his ass for
it have
sure.
to
But I
be.
mean,
It
I'm
have to
just
be
saying
the
it's
Doc
not a bus.
Rivers, the Nick
yeah.
Nurse. It's a lot of effects if you gonna blame the coach. It's a lot of coaches.
It has
I'm
been
gonna
a
say
lot of
I
coaches.
blame all of them.
I feel y'all. I feel you. And I've been back and forth on this. To honestly, just now, I think he's a bust, man. I think he's a bust.
How, Sway?
And I'm gonna give you the. I googled it. The definition of a bust in sports. In sports, a bust is a player who is highly selected or touted but doesn't meet expectation. This can happen for a number of reasons, including injuries or an inability to adjust to professional level. I think the latter, the inability to adjust to professional level, that's your Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown just couldn't get it together.
That boy
But
want to smoke. Go ahead.
They want
injuries.
the smoke.
If
They
we're
want the
gonna
smoke.
include,
I'm with it.
listen, y'all know me. I want the clicks. Kwame,
Y'all keep calling
I
that man
love you,
name.
Kwame.
I'm telling
Kwame,
It's gonna be smoke in the city, dog. I'm telling you.
Kwame. Anyway, I'm not even. I'm not going to do that. But he's a bust. He was okay. So let's identify why he was drafted. This whole process, right? So the Sixers famously had this whole process where they would lose so they can get a whole lot of draft picks, and they had players from Nerlens Noel, Markel Fultz. They had a slew of other different players that all culminated. Basically, the whole point was keep drafting young players till we find our golden goose. That they
Right.
found golden goose from the University of Kansas, one and done, Joel Embiid. And since they have drafted him, they have not gone past the second round of the playoffs. I'm sorry. They did
Didn't they
not
play in the
draft
Eastern
him.
Conference Finals against Kawhi?
Who? That
Didn't they
wasn't the
play
Eastern
against
Conference
Toronto in the
Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals when Kawhi hit
That
that
was the
shot?
second round.
The
If I'm
Eastern
not mistaken,
Conference
that was the second
Finals.
round. No, not no, second round. I think that was the second round. If I'm not mistaken, I think that
Can
was
we
the
get a
second
stat
round.
check, Drew?
Yeah, Drew.
Keep talking, brother. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
But my point being, he's not. They drafted him thinking they were going to get a championship, and then when that didn't pan out, they drafted Maxey, saying, "Okay, let's give him a sidekick to maybe take a little bit off of boom, boom, boom." Maxey flourished. He continued to dwindle again, albeit from injuries. His stats: 27.7 points per game, 11 total rebounds per game, 3.7 assists, 50% from the field, 33% from three, 82% from free throw. Fantastic. Can't win. Can't win. Looks great on the court. Can't win. And I don't know what's the reason for it. I can't. I'm not mad. Listen, I love him. He's a great player, but he's a bust. He can't win.
I don't disagree with your reasoning behind that actually, Twan. Like it's not hard to see that. Like I said, that's why I use the word disappointment instead of bust. Because I just feel like on some championship, like of course, every team in the NBA, I don't care, even if you the damn New Orleans Pelicans. Like your GM's job is to go and find the best players to try to build a championship. Everybody's goal is to win a championship. So I feel like that's not something that based on your draft pick, you can call a guy a bust if they don't ever win a championship because it takes a lot to go into that. It takes culture, it takes coaching, right schemes. You have to be luck as far as healthy and shit like that is concerned. Like, we give Jordan a lot of credit for 6 rings and we never call Jerry Krause's name. Now, you know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like we
I'm ready to have that
never say Jerry
conversation
Krause's
whenever you
name,
want to,
like
brother.
ever. When Kobe won them championships, we never get a GM credit for trading to get Paul Gasol. Like we never give the credit to the GMs even when they win. So I'm aware it's there. And I feel what you're saying, to I personally can't call him a bust. Like he went number one. It's been some other guys that went number one that haven't even sniffed an all-star game, haven't even sniffed double digits throughout their career, bro. Like I can't say a guy who averages 27-11 shooting 50% from the field and has won a MVP. Literally, like most valuable player of the league.
Hmm.
Tracy McGrady is the first ballot Hall of Famer, and as the number one guy, he's never been out of the first round. You wouldn't call
That's
him
not
a
a good.
bust.
But let me ask you a question though. Let's do. Can you ever look at Tracy McGrady and call him a bust? Because the only real time that Tracy McGrady had, well, you tell me, I feel like he
Okay,
had a real opportunity to win a championship was in Houston. Because Grant Hill never played in
that's fair.
Orlando.
That's fair.
That was supposed to be it. Grant Hill never played in Orlando, and by the time he got to Houston, his back was fucked up. Yao Ming couldn't stay on the court, and I think they
Yeah,
just
that
mixed it.
I wouldn't disagree with. I would just say go
I
back to
think that's
your
different.
criteria of it though. You just said that Joel Embiid has never been out of the second round. I just told you Tracy
But
McGrady as
Tracy
the number
McGrady
one guy
wasn't
couldn't even
drafted
get
to
out
be
of the
that.
first
He
round.
wasn't. He wasn't. Well, okay.
First round is
Well,
crazy, bro.
Now
let me say
you don't
something real
hurt.
quick.
You don't hurt my feelings because I like you can't. But okay.
But I also think it's
I'm
the same
listening.
thing. So I still think it's. I don't think it's Embiid. Still think it's the team around him. If you look at, I don't know if you watch basketball now because to me it's hard to watch sometimes. But the Sixers are horrible, and it's not
Yeah,
because they can't score; it's because they can't stop anybody.
And
yeah.
he's
They
also
don't
supposed
play
to be the anchor to
defense.
their defense, right?
He's what?
He's also the anchor to their defense, right?
When he's on the court, he's hurt a lot. And I'll give you that. He's hurt a lot.
Yeah, he's hurt
But
a lot.
A lot.
even with that, he's
Hold
not
on,
a.
Drew.
He's not,
Drew. Can I just say this real quick? Real quick.
oh, go for it.
446 games played, over 400 games missed in his career. Go ahead.
No, he's hurt a lot. I'm not
Yeah,
taking
he's
that
hurt a
from him.
lot, bro.
That's
I'm
like
taking that from him. But at the same time, it's like you know who they get killed by guards. He's not. He's not. He doesn't play the guard position. He's not a wing defender. They are horrible at the wing position at the guard. Maxi can score. He doesn't defend. Paul George can. I don't know what he does now, but he's out
Pod
there.
run his
Ah,
podcast.
They don't stop. They got blown up by the Wizards last week. The
Oh,
Wizards.
whew.
I bet on
Okay,
that game too.
but let me ask you a
But
question, Drew. Let me ask you a question, and I hear you. I hear you. But
but
just to bring some to fairness to it, you're
go
talking
for it.
about individual games, and I hear
Yes.
you. You're not wrong about what you were saying. I'm talking about over the course of these last 9 seasons.
Yep.
Like every we can all call individual games where it wasn't his fault. Cool, granted, I get it. I'm not even tripping.
Mhm.
But man, come on.
But he's put together a whole couple of seasons though. It's not been a couple of games. Like he's put together a couple of seasons, bro, where you be like, the season where he didn't win the MVP. There's a lot
And
of
when
people that thought he should have won
He
the
should have
MVP.
won
Then
the
he put
MVP that
agree,
together
season.
I was one
the
of them.
MVP season. So that's 2 seasons that he's actually lived up to the hype. I told you, man, like if you can go a whole season, bro, you don't get the buzz tag from me. If you
And
do
it
a whole
wasn't
season,
and it wasn't
Oh,
just that he was putting up numbers. He's putting up 40-point games, 10 rebounds, 10 assists.
mm-hmm,
Maxi and Embiid are the 1-2 combo. The only big man guard combo to put up as many 10-man assists they've done it.
mm-hmm.
At the same time, same game.
that's a good
You
set.
don't
That's a
see
good
big
stat.
man spreading the floor like that. I'm telling he makes whatever team he's on better but when he plays. It's just the teams constructed around him have not been put together to win. To
Can
me,
I
it's
ask you a
LeBron.
question? Can I
Oh,
ask a
sure.
question?
Go for it.
Let
Go
me
for
ask
it.
you a question. I get what you're saying. I'm not even. I'm not even. I just gave this games missed versus games played.
Yep.
Um, obviously that goes into seeding and all that stuff. Home field advantage,
Right.
home court advantage versus not home court advantage. So it all ties in together. Do you feel if Joel Embiid, so essentially, let's just say he misses 50% of the games he plays, right? It's somewhere in
Right.
around
Mm.
that clip. Let's bump that up to 75%.
Miss games?
I'm sorry, 25%
May.
miss,
Okay. Gotcha.
75%
Gotcha.
play. Do you feel like the Sixers would be in better position in the playoffs, possibly higher seeding, better matchups, because they're constantly getting fourth seeds, five seeds when they have a team
Mm,
that's supposed to be a 3 seed or a 2 seed. Teams like the Knicks are getting seedings ahead of them that shouldn't. Milwaukee, they should be battling with, and they let the Heat get seeding ahead of them. What I'm
right.
saying is that these games miss contribute to their positioning in the playoffs, and you're running into situations where you're running into matchups that you shouldn't have to run into until like the second or third round,
Agreed.
and you're playing the
So
Bucks in the first round versus all of that matters.
I
no, I
just
agree with
think
you
that
wholeheartedly. Oh, go ahead,
go
Paul.
ahead,
Go
Drew.
ahead.
No, go ahead, Drew.
Okay. So we're looking at it from a missed game standpoint. I agree. Right. He's hurting the team by being on the team and not playing. But at the same time, if you look at the conference, right? When is outside of the last couple of years in Boston, really Boston being the exception? What's really been the dominant team in the East?
Well, that's the point.
Well, that's the point I'm making. So outside of Boston, maybe the Knicks
Milwaukee
when
for a
they,
couple of years.
or the Bucks, yeah. Outside of
Hmm.
those
Mm,
two teams, there's no reason that B has to play that many games or should have played that many games, and they not be a fourth or fifth seed without him. They're
speak
losing
on it.
games they should be winning with or without Embiid. You can't lose to the Wizards. You can't lose to the Bulls. You can't get blown out by these teams that aren't playoff teams, and they do it night in and night out. So
Facts.
with or without him, that's not a good basketball team.
Facts.
I I get it. Maybe you know what? Maybe it's the brand of basketball. I don't know. I get it, but
Everybody,
I hear y'all. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. But it says here this another injury, or an inability to adjust. So I get it. We might like him. I like him. He's a nice guy. We don't want to rag on him, but guys, hey, but it is what it is. But you know what I feel like? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is my overwhelming kind of shift in my thought process. I'm starting
right?
to prefer women's basketball over men's basketball
100%,
anyway.
100%.
And
You say you
so
starting to what?
prefer women's basketball over men's basketball
Until the
anyway.
playoffs start.
Even with that,
Okay,
I'll be
okay,
honest.
okay. I'll give you that until the
Nah,
playoffs.
Drew. Nah, I feel you, Drew, because Drew is a avid gambler. So, he's not really gonna switch focus. He actually is gonna follow this. But Twan, I know for a fact, I done talked to Twan too much. When the playoffs start, Twan gonna be locked in. I
I
don't
didn't
care
never
who's playing in
time
college,
out, time
women's
out.
college
But Marcus,
basketball. If the Lakers playing at 3:30 on Saturday and
I'm
USC
watching
just
at
started the tournament,
3:15.
I
I'm gonna be
promise
in
you,
front of the TV.
Twan locked in.
But here's my
No, that's
question: Did I
go
say I
ahead.
wasn't locked in? I
Hmm?
never said I wasn't locked into the playoffs.
No. I'm just saying, like,
So,
I'm agreeing with
I
you. I'm just
still
saying
enjoy
until
it.
the playoffs start.
Okay, got you.
That you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Right.
I'm with
So,
y'all. Like, I definitely love watching women's basketball, but when the playoffs start,
so
I'm
question.
be honest
So
with
I have a question for you with that.
you. Okay.
When has there been a good first round the last 3, 4 years? Second round it gets good. I'll give you that. First
A good
round
first
game the
round
last.
game.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think Marcus and I are good people to ask because we watch basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
it's
Like, I can find
different.
one, bro.
But like
Oh,
Harold,
brother,
Harold
no,
was
I
the
watch it
person.
too because I
That's
bet on
the
every
point.
game. I'm saying so. It's like when has there been a good? But I bet on
Because
hockey. When has there
for
been a
me,
good first round game?
I'm gonna be
for
honest
me,
with you.
I'll
Like, okay,
watch.
I'll just say last year.
Yeah,
Go
Last
ahead.
year, the series wasn't like going 7 games, but I thought the Suns and the Wolves was a great first round matchup.
that was
Like
that KD Ant matchup
that
was that was
KD Ant
fantastic.
was
Yeah,
super compelling because even though Minnesota ended up winning, I think they won 4-2. It was a 4-2 or
Yes,
4-1.
I think 4-1.
4-1. Two of those games came down to the wire. And I got to see the young generation versus the great older generation. And it was fun to watch that battle. Like, we didn't get to see that battle with Kobe and LeBron. You know what
Well,
I'm
let me put
saying?
it like
Like,
this. Oh, not to cut you, Polo.
no,
I
you
guess for
fine.
me, when I say a good first round, there was never a first round. Well, not never, but last 3, 4 seasons, there wasn't a first round game you couldn't predict. Like even if it was a good matchup,
I'm gonna say you right, except for one series last year, Cleveland Orlando.
Yeah, good call, Twan. I was just
That
thinking about
Cleveland
that one.
Orlando did not. That went 7, 6, 7.
That went 7.
Yeah,
did it go 7?
That
yeah,
went
7.
7. That went 7.
And that wasn't supposed to. It was a 4-5, but it
Yeah.
wasn't a
Yeah,
really
that
like.
went 7. I agree,
Yeah.
Twan. Great,
I forgot.
great, man, great
I did
point.
forget about that one. You
Hmm.
brought it back. You brought it back.
But I mean,
Okay.
again, to Drew, to your point, it was
That's
one
the only
series
one
out of
though.
all of
That was the only
them. You
one.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
So it's like even when in tight matchups, it's like they'll still lose 4-2, or well,
but I think that's always been that way though, bro. Like basketball, not like football. Like because it's a series, like we can all sit here and probably go about 80% on any first or second round playoff series based on the
Mhm.
teams having to win 4 games out of 7. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be a lot of upsets. Like I'm old enough to remember when Denver beat Seattle. That was a real upset. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like when Golden State beat Dallas that year when they won like 60 some game. That was a
when
real
it's not
upset. But
when the
90%
Suns
of
beat the
America
Lakers that
picked the
year.
other team to win. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like it's the
Big
NBA. It
Chief.
ain't, that I think that does hurt a little bit. As far as ratings are concerned. I mean, the playoffs is always more intense, but
yeah,
I think that's where you see the huge
But
jump
can
with
I?
football is because, like, and Harold can speak to this. Like, when you're watching an NFL playoff game, the other team can just be better, bro. But if they off, you're going
right,
home. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like you don't get a redo,
But
so everything is on the line. It's almost like the Super Bowl every fucking playoff game. You know what I mean?
Polo,
Like for
Polo,
real,
let
for
me
real.
ask you a question. And I,
Basketball, they can take a night off. Hell, Jordan was gambling for 2 games and came back and beat the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Like
let me,
he
but
was
Polo,
gambling for
Polo,
2 games, bro. He was wilding for 2 games, and he
let me.
came back and won. So I think now because that's why I like where the league is now. That's why I like the talent being spread around because like when Twan was talking about JJ Redick and OKC, like JJ Redick has figured out how to guard these bigger teams without a real big man. And that's
Oh,
a
it's so
problem
beautiful.
if
Oh my
everybody
God,
stays healthy.
so
That's
beautiful.
a
Dog.
real problem. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
I'm still not putting them in there, but if I'm OKC, if I'm any of these top teams, I don't want to see the Lakers early. If I want to play them, I want to play them in the
nah,
Western Conference. I don't want to play them early, bro,
But let
because
me switch. Let me switch because you're not wrong. You switch, and I hate to cut you off when you talk
no,
about
you
me
fine, you
so
fine.
well because everything you were saying was so fantastic about my team. But but I want to kind of there's another point I want to kind of get to. All right,
Okay.
so we got we got unrivaled with
Mm.
the WNBA players, which was started
right.
by Breonna Stewart and uh forgive me, I'm missing the other person, the other basketball player, Nafisa Collier, I think it was.
Yeah, Nafisa and
Yeah,
Breonna Stewart started
yeah.
that league, I believe.
But they
Oh, did
started.
they?
What it
Okay.
is a three. It's a 3-on-3 basketball tournament league, basketball league, not even tournament. It's a season where it's WNBA players
Hmm.
who in the off season, and in lieu of them going overseas, apparently they're getting real bread
Yeah,
to come out here, and they're playing literal 3-on-3 basketball. And in the middle of that, they had a 1-on-1 tournament. In the middle of that, which I watched, was kind of fire.
it was.
And
It was. It was really good.
I just got finished watching USC play South Carolina play Kentucky, and then Texas play. against Florida, and they're battling for the top spot in the SEC. They literally had to flip a coin to see who's going to get the number one seed in the SEC tournament. Shout out to South Carolina. But my point being is this: to me, the storylines seem to be more compelling than women's basketball. The game play itself, I don't know if that's because the season is so long in the NBA. The gameplay
Hmm.
is you for the first time in a long time. If you had to ask me off the top of my head to name college basketball players, I think I could go deeper with women now than I can with men. That's probably the first time in a long time. So, do you think? My question then, in my long rant, do you think women's basketball, that's as a whole, the whole entity, college, the WNBA, and the other unrivaled and all that, do you think they have the ability to take some entertainment value? We're not saying take over the NBA. We're not talking numbers. We're not talking
Hmm.
any of that. But we're talking about the fans like the Harrows of the world and people who are not betting like Drew. Those people, when they say, hey, I got one or two games I could go to and maybe I don't get to watch all the time, but I know who Asia Wilson is. I know who Angel Reese is, Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Emeka, I can't say the girl from Nigeria, but the old girl from Dallas, the Dallas
I know who you're talking
ladies.
about. I know who you're talking
Like
about.
all
Enrique.
these players who are recognizable players, Skylar Diggins Clark, all these players who are really, really going hard. Do you think it? I mean, entertainment value wise, I think. Do you think it has the ability to take over the NBA, men's basketball? I should say, not just the NBA, because we got college
I,
also.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Drew.
Oh, I'm be honest. On a collegiate level, I think it's there. I got a number for you. Last
Oh,
year,
whoa, let me
hey,
stop for a second.
get a little
Hold on.
something. Hey, brother,
Drew got numbers. Cause y'all remember last week, Drew didn't even remember who he
I
bet on.
have
See,
nothing.
they
I
don't
didn't have
believe in you, Drew. I
This
nothing.
nigga
believe you. I'm
came
not
with
even
stats.
surprised,
I
brother.
appreciate you,
I
Polo.
don't
I
even. I'm not
appreciate
even
you, brother.
surprised, brother.
Kudos,
I'm
brother.
gonna text you outside the group later. National titles game for the females.
Mm,
18.9 million viewership.
mm,
It's never happened before, which is more than men's. To Twan's point,
Never.
I think because they don't get the get recognized, and the money's obviously not there. They play harder, which makes for
yeah,
better basketball right now. Like
yeah,
they play hard night in and night out. Like
They
Polo
go.
said,
They
men's
go.
basketball they can take a night off because they're making millions of dollars. They don't care.
yeah.
These women,
We just
they
talked
play
about them in the
hard
All-Star
every.
game.
Say again.
I said we just talked about them playing in the All-Star game.
That part.
Mhm.
It's like these women, the women's basketball. I wasn't always into it, but I love it now. Outside of betting,
Mm.
I bet on them too. But they play hard the women's the playoffs.
Oh man,
I watched every game last year. I can't say that about the men's. I watched from the second round for the men's up to championship. Females, I watched every single round.
yeah,
To me, it's
yeah.
just more entertaining.
I agree. I think it's a few reasons for why it's more entertaining. I think both leagues are in new phases. Whereas the college game, like Twan touched on the point that he was talking about, he can name more women stars in the college game.
Right,
Well, that's because the college game is more closer to the professional game than in college and the NBA. You know what I mean? Like as far as popularity, I mean they have polarizing people in the college game. Like Dawn Staley and her team and their dominance has been a huge reason for WNBA success. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like Asia Wilson, the best player in the WNBA, she came from South Carolina. Dawn Staley is a former WNBA player. So I think their leagues are kind of really close together, which makes it amazing
right,
because there's no huge break in between when the season's over with and then we get WNBA, which was the genius portion of the Unrivaled to me. Is like you actually still getting to see these stars and keep them in the normal people faces like Harold, who doesn't really watch basketball like that. He'll probably check out the Unrivaled if he sees a one-on-one tournament.
Right.
Where in the men's game, because of the NIL, everybody on the women's side is not seeing a lot of money. Yeah, Juju Watkins is making money. Angel Reese made money. Caitlin
right,
Clark made money. But Tessa Johnson probably
Overall,
ain't making what Malaysia Full Wale is making. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? At
right.
USC. She's probably not making that kind of bag. Well, guess what? Everybody in college is making that kind of bag on the side on the
The
Men,
men's
men's
side.
side. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like the guy who's coming off the bench is probably getting close to six figures in that NIL money.
right.
So you don't have those story programs anymore because, like you said, if they get in the bag, what am I staying here for? Like I can get my bag, I can get 2 million here, I can go over there. Um, And I just think they're both in transcending kind of positions. I don't think it can take it over, but yeah, you are absolutely going to be able to capitalize on the NBA not being as popular right now as far as their league is concerned. Yes, I do think they can capitalize on that. Take over, no. But capitalize and get more fans locked in, yeah. And because the refs are horrible in women's sports. I mean in women basketball. The refs are absolutely horrible. Like them girls get the shit
Well,
filed out of them
I
before
think
they
the
call a
game
foul.
got
Right.
much more physical, much quicker than the officiating. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, the women's game wasn't as physical as it is now.
Agree.
I think it's
Well, I don't know.
well, maybe a little longer, maybe a little longer. I think the game is getting more physical for the
Right.
rest. But
Yeah.
Harold, as a
Yeah.
casual, jump in here, bro. Jump in here. I want to hear your opinion. As a more football centric person, I know you know what crosses
Nah.
your
So
purview more.
all right. So can you guys hear me?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was messing with this mic over here. So nah, I think Polo hit it on the like everybody's saying great points. And like Polo said, do I think is will it take over in a sense of one versus two? No, but I think the way it's going is the right path. Um as a casual viewer, even when you were talking about the NBA, for me, I'm too busy to watch every NBA game in the
Right.
evening during the week. So it's very easy for me to say, I like basketball, but for me, it's easy to say, oh, they play 82 games. I'll catch them next week, or I pick up
Right.
next week. It's like baseball. It's 162 games. So I'm not going to watch, I don't have the time to watch every one. I can pick up. Whereas you said with NFL, it's like every week is that important.
Hmm.
College football, every week is that important. So when it comes down to them keeping that momentum, I like the matchups when you can talk about player versus player, or this player and their team versus this player and their team, and the matchup is Saturday. I'm going to be there Saturday. So
Right.
I don't know what they're doing the rest of the week. I'm going to be there for that game. So I think the casual viewer, it fits our lifestyle better. And then in the NBA, I do pick up around, like Drew said, I pick up around second round. Like
Yeah.
first round, I'm not watching the first. I'm not breaking my neck to watch the first round of the NBA playoffs. But even down to that, I will watch round one of the men's and women's college
Yeah. Yeah.
NCAA.
Right.
road to 64, road to the final four. So that time of the year I'll watch it, but as far as it being you know a casual from a casual eye, I think they're on the right path. Like they got to keep those matchups going, keep it about the players. Um the league, everything, the league, but I think the players, because at the end of the day, when you put a jersey on, you just don't put on a jersey with the team on it. You put a player on.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it about the player, and I think it'll keep where it needs to be, to stay where it needs to be.
I dig it. I dig it. I like that. I like that. I like that. So Drew, let me ask you. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the betting man. Who do you like betting on more? WNBA. 'Cause I know you feel like I know you're.
But women.
How how do you like betting on women? Let's do this. You tell us who you like betting on more, and give us. We'll just let Drew go through his betting rundown. I know you done bet on a bunch. You up or you down this week, man?
Oh, this week. Let me give you my last bet, Twine.
Don't sound good.
this
He had it
this is
ready.
Don't
this was
sound
my
good.
lineup. This is my lineup. All right. So I had Draymond over 6.5 field goal attempts. Wendell Carter for the Magic, 6.5 field goal attempts over. I had Nick Richards, over 5 field goal attempts. We had Alexander Walker for Timberwolves, 9 field goal attempts. I did that one because they had 3 starters out. No, 4 starters out. Got some playing
Yeah, I
time.
remember that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Jaden McDaniels over 14 field goal attempts. They
Mm.
all hit.
I
You know,
watched that game. You hit?
now you know who fucked me?
Who? Oh, you beat
Kyle
me.
Kyle
Kyle
Kuzma.
Kuzma.
Got you.
Uh, I put bitch beside his name, so I can remember that. I under 13 and a half field goal attempts. And
So
he's averaging about, well, he's actually averaging 9. I was mistaken. Sorry. Go
he
ahead.
went over. All right, so
Oh,
you lost another
15.
week, brother. You lost another week.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
what was this bet? What was this bet? How much was you?
On the line,
Yeah.
I would have won 500.
Man.
So here's the irony, though, right? The bet I sent you guys last week when I bet on hockey and tennis
The hit?
hit for 425
Did
Damn.
you
off $3.
did you bet
Oh,
it?
Hey,
Yes.
brother. Hey, don't get into your totals. I don't know
Yeah, I'm
if
about
you
to
got
say.
to pay some taxes on
I'm
that.
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
Actually,
don't be,
there's a
Hey,
I
just say
I
you
know the
hit,
laws
brother.
behind that
Just say
too.
you
No, I
hit.
know the laws behind that too.
oh yeah.
Anything under 2,500 is not taxed. But
Here's what we don't want to happen. We don't want the IRS start watching and start adding. So
they
we
ain't got
just
enough
Yeah.
employees that they just fired like
leave
30% of their
leave your
hey,
workforce.
totals
brother,
out.
I
Leave your
don't
totals.
win that often. But I appreciate
That is
that.
also true. That is also true.
But all that to say, for me, it's like the NBA. It's so inconsistent. It's like what I'm discovering is if a player goes off one night and they show like his over under or whatever, if it's a number he shouldn't hit, he gonna hit that. Like who was it? They had I use Kyle Kuzma for example. If he because they show like the last 10 games as far as average.
Hmm.
If the average they're showing, what I'm discovering now, is higher than the last 10, he gonna hit it. Because in your mind,
Yeah.
it's like he hadn't hit it 10 games in a row. Why they got 15 today,
Yeah, that's crazy.
brother?
That's crazy.
I feel like they don't like me. So
It's
I'm
all right.
betting on
No,
tennis.
but you know what it is though,
Just
True? I'm telling you, all of these teams are playing and really using analytics.
Oh, they
So
are.
if you use analytics to bet, I think you're gonna be more successful.
How many games have you seen? And this screwed me a lot with this. I've had in Prize Picks if they don't play the second half at boys.
Yeah.
mm,
I've had players play the entire first half, come in. Who was it? Came in, took one shot, and sat down. Second half, I hit on
well,
everybody else. He came in, took one
Boston did
shot, and
that to
sat
me a
down.
couple times.
so
Boston's done that to me a couple
I
times.
think the one lesson we can take from Drew's segment, because I don't want you to spiral. It seems like you're getting angry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Um, the one lesson we can take from Drew's segment is, guys, don't spend your rent money on gambling. Okay.
No, no,
But
So
brother.
but Twan, just real quick,
thank you.
like less than 30 seconds.
What do you
I
think?
prefer betting on women's basketball. I do agree with Drew. It's a little
Okay.
bit more consistent. Like I didn't
Okay.
start using prize picks until I started betting on the WNBA. Like real
Mm.
talk. And I
Me
was
too.
very successful. Not more than $2,500 successful, but I was very successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let
as
me.
far as, making a few dollars here and there.
All right.
But they're because they do play hard, like even if it's a meaningless game, I can expect Marina Mabry to go out here and get her average, even
Okay,
if they're playing
Marina
against the
Mabry.
worst team in the league.
Okay.
Like they're
But
not gonna sit them down. They're gonna play
They
the
gonna
whole
hoop.
game.
They gonna hoop.
but to the point you made earlier, it's not meaningless because their season is so short. Every
Yeah,
game means something in WNBA.
that's
That's a
true.
good
Right.
point.
Let me ask
That's
you
a
Right.
this
good
Right.
question.
point.
Let
Right.
me ask you this
Great
question,
point.
Polo, real quick. Just one word answer. What would you rather see? A WNBA game right now or a November NBA game?
Damn, that's a good one. I
That's
gotta
why I
go
specifically
WNBA
said
on
November.
switching one game.
Yeah.
November against the November, the
The
beginning of the season. Oh yeah,
23rd
let me get
game
that
of the
November. I
season.
ain't
You
even
know what I'm
betting to
saying?
December. Real
Yeah.
talk. I ain't even betting to
Right.
December.
Listen, man, but shout out to the
Right.
women, man. Shout out to the women. They
Yeah.
doing their thing. I'm gonna tune in. I'm definitely, like I said, I like the unrivaled league, the 3-on-3. I just like competition. I'll definitely be tuning in. Shout out to Asia Wilson, man. Like Polo mentioned her earlier, man. She got her own shoe, got her own little line. My
Oh
wife is
yeah.
excited because her hoodie apparently got a satin lining in it, and that's apparently a big deal. So we probably
So they
copy.
don't mess their hair up, Twan.
There you go. She's
Yeah.
cool. She's
So for
cool.
you guys that don't have hair, no shots. But I mean, you probably don't want that. Like me, I got a full head of hair, so that
You
would
wear
be like
satin. You wear satin bonnets too, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I wear a little do rag at night. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
you
like to
didn't.
keep it
We
smooth
didn't.
up there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
had
Ain't
said.
nothing wrong with that.
I asked did you wear a satin bonnet. That's
Yeah,
some
I mean,
people.
I don't think you need to know the material of the do rag. Come on, I just know it's something that's on top of my head.
Do
Like
not
I
do
just
if
feel
you
like that's
need.
weird for you even to want to know what
I
I
mean, but
sleep
we
in.
were
You know what I
talking
mean?
about
Like,
bonnets, and you jumped in and said you wear. I don't understand. I just want to,
I mean,
be
because you basically made it seem
be
like you
free,
was gonna
brother.
order a size, whatever your size shoe in Asia Wilson. Like, you gonna rock some Asias?
I damn sure will.
Mm.
I promise you, if I can find a good
See
colorway I like.
that, but that not even being funny. Is it a unisex shoe though?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, like just like take for instance the Jordans, right?
I get
We've
what
seen
you're
them
asking. I
drop
get what you're
Jordans just for women, right?
asking.
Just for women.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go and buy. I just find it weird, and I maybe I'm being
Well,
barbaric and showing my age, but I just find it weird that I'm not. It's not that I want to surprise. I'm gonna buy my daughter a pair of Asians. I'm not buying no pair. I'm not gonna rock them. I don't give a damn what they look like. It's not anything against Asia. It's a woman's
I get what you're saying.
basketball shoe.
No. I think the only thing that makes it a woman's shoe is it's pink. I'm sure they're coming out with other colorways. So I think when you get to the shoe, it look like a shoe. I've seen a couple of
Yeah, they
Bam.
look great. They look
Well,
good. They really do. They
we
look
know
good.
why Bam wear them, but Bam wearing them, and they look regular on the.
Well, we know why Bam
We
wear
know
them.
why
You know what I'm
Bam wear
saying?
them.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Like
I mean,
that's
we
that
do.
example you use.
What's,
Bam wears them. Come on, man.
well, the point I'm making is that what's understood don't got to be explained. But the point I was making was on his feet, they didn't look like, oh, that's a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh, you
just
saying he wore them in a game,
you
like
wore them
in
in
a
the game.
Yeah,
basketball
Yeah,
game?
that
yeah.
fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I still ain't rocking them though. That just I'm not doing that. I don't give a
He
damn
said,
who
Look,
wear
man.
them.
regardless.
All right, look,
Like, I don't give a
Polo,
damn.
Polo. We got to bring Harold into the conversation a little bit better. So we got to talk some football, man. We
Oh
got
yes,
to
Oh
sir.
man,
Let's do it.
because Harold,
hey,
he.
did y'all see the combine? Oh, just me?
I
Okay,
know
never
you.
mind.
I was going to
Yeah,
ask
we
you
know you watch the entire combine,
before
watching O linemen run 40-yard dashes and shit.
before we
See,
get
that's just a
Had
to
a
different level of sport
515.
for me.
absolutely.
Like,
Do
bro,
you
like, why
have?
would I watch
Drew,
the
did you see
combine
the
and see an O
5'5"
lineman
he
workout?
ran?
Like, what are you
I
gonna
did
do
see
in the
that. I
workout,
saw
dog?
that.
What are
That's
you
gonna
gonna
make
watch
me
it?
feel
Hey
like the
fellas,
guy.
I did.
hey,
Do you
hey
have any
fellas.
update? Any updates from the
What do you have?
combine that you want
EA?
to give us before we go to the next topic?
No, but I do want to ask you real quick, because I watched it, y'all didn't. But hey, just real quick around because you may have seen it, but you may not have. I just want to know your thoughts on Shador and Cam showing up to the combine but not participating at all.
I don't have a
Like
problem
they
with it.
Me either.
do you
I don't have. I feel like you got
what you
enough
think?
tape, bro. Like, what am I going out here and throwing the ball for?
You can only hurt yourself at this point.
But
Understand?
And from what
ain't
I've
this
heard, they're
what
both doing
quarterbacks
their
do,
pro
man?
day workouts at
Yeah.
their respective schools. So it's not like you're not performing. You're just not performing at the level when they want you to perform. Now, would it have been great to see them maybe run the 40? You know what I mean? Like that would have been cool. That would have been cool for me. Like, but I mean, just cool. I'm not gonna knock them not performing. I mean, not participating. I mean, it's not something new. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
it's just
I
not
guess
something
from
new.
a standpoint of people are there to, they work all their life to get to the point of the combine to be seen. And more of the interviews, they were doing interviews off the field with them
Mhm.
versus the people actually on the field and with the cameras on them and focusing on them.
I
So
think. Oh,
just 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 wondering as far as what y'all guys take on that because like I said, I don't blame you as far as you have all the film, you have everything I can do. I don't even think they should do a pro day. I mean, you saw it in
Mhm.
real life, but it's just do you think it's a distraction or how
Mm-mm.
do you view
I think it's a
I,
power move. I think
it? Okay.
because if you think about all the most recent top quarterbacks, they don't. You can only, like Drew said, you can only fail. Like
Hmm.
if you're already the number one, number two pick in the draft, like they just figuring out you basically top five, whatever it is. Right? There's nothing you can do at that pro day on the field that's going. It's nothing you can do. They go interview, talk to who they need to talk to. They say the combine is nothing but a whole bunch of networking anyway. You want to see me throw? I'm gonna do it like, with my receivers on the
Hmm.
field that I played on, with the
right.
balls that I brought, with the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be the
Mhm.
most comfortable thing for me. It's not like people. It's not like people. Those players are ostracized for only doing pro days. So it'd be different every year they're like, he's only doing this pro day. It sucks. And his draft value drops. That never happens. So
Yeah.
what is the point of going out there and doing that with everybody else? And you in line with everybody else, so you only get one quick opportunity. It's not focused on you. You just in a line of a bunch of quarterbacks. You got one or two opportunities to do this drill. If you just happen to fuck up this one or two times, guess what? That's what they got on tape. What's
Yeah,
the point?
Jalen Milrow.
Right.
He looked terrible.
Jesus Christ. Shots
Right.
Yeah,
fired. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I mean,
Just
he
real
knows
quick
how he
before
looked.
Drew chop in, or what you were saying here, I personally think the combine should be for the tweeners, the
Yeah.
guys
I
who
agree.
you don't know what
And
you're
that's
gonna get
and
from them.
that's
Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, do you need that star power if they're not doing anything?
yeah, but
Like
but
they
you know
would.
what? I'm glad they did show up. I thought it showed respect to the process,
Yeah.
and because they were there, look how many people paying attention to guys who we
Right.
don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid. I know you saw the kid from South Carolina run that crazy. They had that crazy ass workout. What's my
Yeah,
man name? Number 7,
he's the defensive back
defensive back. Like he
with the
probably jumped up a round or two, bro. Like behind his workout. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's a lot of people there because Travis Henry was there, Cam Ward was there, Shador Sanders were there. It's a
Right.
lot of guys there. Like I think that it helped the exposure, and I don't have
okay.
a problem with them doing that like that.
Now there's another South Carolina player, former South Carolina football player in the news, Debo Samuel. Well, it's not official. It can't be official to the new league year starts, but Debo Samuel conditionally has been traded to the Washington Commanders for I think a 5th-round draft pick. Um,
Some peanuts.
Interesting. Jane Daniels and them made it to the NFC Championship game last year. This past season, they just added Debo. They got and I'm drawing blank on the running back's name.
Brian
Um,
Robinson,
yeah, they
Oh,
got Brian
the
Robinson.
guy Ackler.
yeah, Austin Eckler,
Well, they got
Brian
Eckler,
Robinson.
but then they also got McLaurin.
Yep.
So you got Debo with McLaurin as far as your receivers, and Debo can he's a Swiss Army knife. You got the running back Robinson, because I think Eckler's probably gonna be gone now that you got
Yeah.
Debo. Um, is this time, Jaden? I mean, is this a Super Bowl run? Aaron? Is his window open? That's what I'm asking. Is his window open for a Super Bowl? Do they have what it takes to overtake the Eagles?
I'm gonna say no.
No,
Mm.
no.
And here's the reason: the offense wasn't the problem. Got the numbers for you, brother. Uh,
Yo,
they're currently
who's
ranked
over there?
20. Hey, brother. Hey, I did my homework too. Commanders are ranked 29th against the run.
Damn.
Jesus.
29th. They're ranked 22nd in red zone defense against the run.
Ooh.
It's not their offense. They had a top 15 offense. They can score. I think they're 13th overall. They can't stop the run, and they turn the ball over
Mm.
a lot. So offense isn't their problem. And honestly,
Mm.
Debo's been on the decline last couple of
Mhm.
years. He wasn't getting much work where he was in San Fran.
Well, you know who they lost last year?
Who was that
They
last year?
lost off the line. They lost Chase Young.
Oh yeah. They did.
So there's your
Well,
run
they didn't really
stopping right
lose
there.
him. I mean, they traded him for a
Yeah.
bag of Skittles, didn't they?
But there's your run defense.
I mean, I can't really say that they lost him.
Some peanuts.
They also
But that's
still
the
And that's what
thing.
I'm
didn't have
saying.
points
Like,
per game
you
last year.
trade a guy like that, who
See?
I know why Harold called his name, because he was supposed to, like, really be the anchor on that line. But
Right.
you traded him, and I might be wrong. Somebody, stat guy, check the trade.
I'm on
um,
it, brother.
um, I don't, I don't think they didn't see something there, or maybe they didn't want to pay him. Maybe he was coming up on his extension time or something like that. Uh, the Debo thing is a good thing. It's another weapon for Jaden Daniels. Do I think it makes them a Super Bowl contender? I think they were a Super Bowl contender without him.
Last year.
Surprisingly, I think it's kind of hard. Twan said it a couple episodes back. It's never really the same team. You know what I mean? Like, it's other pieces in that's going to play a factor, and teams are going to do their research. I think Jaden Daniels is really good. I think he's top 10, maybe even top 5 in a lot of lists. But teams are going to do research on him, and they're gonna figure that shit out. And it's like,
Yeah.
you need to continue to add to the bag. That's something that he hasn't had the ability to show us yet. Can you add to the bag from what you did last year? Can you be better than what you were? Because we've seen it. I've seen it definitely as a Minnesota Viking fan. can you get better with better pieces around you? Because it seemed, I mean, I think we all thought the Atlanta Falcons would have a better season than they did this year. You know
I
what I
did.
mean? Like you made a great upgrade. Come on, man, they
I,
playing your division. Of course, you didn't think so. But I thought so. You know what I mean? Like you add Kirk Cousins, who was a much better quarterback than the option you had before, to those weapons with a solid defense, and it's like it should be better, and it was worse. You know what I mean? So I agree with Drew. I don't think that makes them like the window open. I do think it's a great ad, especially
Yeah,
for a fifth round. The fifth round pick shit is crazy to me because
For
like,
some
what can you get
peanuts,
in the
that's
fifth round
insane,
yeah,
brother.
to equal Debo, dog? Like
some Werther's
that's
right,
originals.
goofy as
That's
right.
hell, bro. Like,
insane.
but more power to
But I
him.
don't. I
Like
don't think.
more
I don't
power
think.
to him.
I don't think they done. But and Drew, I'm gonna hit you with your defense point. I get it. I get it.
Go ahead.
The defense. But they already averaged 28.5 points per game. And Polo, I'm gonna answer your question. You know how you help prevent a sophomore slump? Put more stuff around him. Put so basically what they added with Debo Samuel was a number two wide receiver who could also play in the backfield as your number two, three slash running back, or
Right.
get 5 to 7 snaps at running back per game all over the field. What you've done was given him another weapon that defense has to plan for. So that's less time they have to plan for what he has to do. And it's not like he's doing gimmicky stuff for them to figure out. He's tight under pressure. He's one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz. He can run the ball, but he can sit in that pocket and give you that work. I don't
Absolutely.
know, man. I don't know. He seemed
I think it was a good trade. I think it was a really good
Ooh,
trade.
It
Like
was.
if
It
Debo can
was a
stay
win.
healthy, though, I think it all depends on Debo too. Like I
Yeah,
think it's more on Debo than Jaden Daniels. If
yeah,
Is Debo gonna come with his hard hat on, pause, and be ready to work and not um be injured. And I don't never want to call a man a liar when they injured or something like that. But it just like it, bro. The last couple of years, dog, this man gets injured at the worst possible time for the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, it's
man.
like literally during a playoff game,
It's like he wanted
a
to play
game
there for
that
a
a
long time.
wild card game that counts for the playoffs. And sometimes they've been
Right,
able to get past it, but it's like, bro, like you can't make yourself a part of that offense and then last 6 games of the season, now you ain't there. Like that changes the dynamic again because you
right.
added that piece that your guys gotten used to that piece. And it's like, again, what is Jaden Daniels gonna do to ensure it? You know what I
right.
mean? Because I feel like that's what makes you great is being able to win with whatever pieces you throw out there. You know what I'm saying? So
I think
Oh
great
yeah,
trade.
December is going to be
I'm not. I
December is
won't be
going to
picking them
tell
up
us
too,
if it
though.
was a good
I won't be
trade or
betting
not.
on that shit. I can tell you
December.
that.
Harry,
Yeah, I'm about to
Harry,
say
you
December.
you take us out of this point. What would you say?
Nah, December is going to tell us all. Like as far as it being a good, I think right now it's a good trade, but
Hmm.
in December we'll see health wise, and if he's healthy, we hope he's healthy. Then Washington got away with a steal for a fifth round.
Man, I'm not
I think
man.
we did,
Or
brother.
some
I think
Werther's originals.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna close this thing out, man, for the night. We're gonna close the hot seat out for the night. We're good shot, fellas, but I do got a question for y'all. I wanna throw it out there. I think we're gonna get some interesting conversation. So if you had to pick one career, LeBron James or Steph Curry, whose career would you pick? Who's had the better career?
Is
Your
this really a
criteria is your
question?
criteria. There's no main criteria. Polo, you got
Uh,
it.
You got that.
No, matter of fact, no, no,
Yep.
no, 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 no. Harold, you got it.
yeah, yeah. I want to hear everybody else.
All right, so uh, I mean you can't knock the king. So I would say Braun. I'm gonna say Braun because I mean this was like what 16, 17 years old. Like that's when I'm not just looking at NBA career. I'm looking at since the cameras came on and we first heard of LeBron.
Yeah,
So all like adding everything and how he's been able to do it and longevity. I'm gonna say Braun. But the Steph side, it's a close second. I like the fact that it was done in one place. That's the only knock I would have on it. And like I said, that's just from my eye. I don't take anything away from him from Braun, but I do like the fact that Steph has done it all in one city. But I'll go Braun.
Okay. Drew,
Drew.
Drew, what you got, brother?
I have my stats up, brother. Uh,
Man,
come
pull
on,
your camera over to the
You
side.
know,
Who is
man.
pulling this stuff up for
You
you?
say
hey,
Yeah, I'm about
bro.
to say,
Hey,
man, you got somebody else over there working with you, Drew.
podcast
I have
game,
I have
man.
my I have my analyst working in the back.
You got a whole
Let's
thing going.
go with stats. Sorry, championships 4-4. NBA seasons, obviously, Bron's 22, Curry's 16. Playoff games, uh, no playoffs played. Steph Curry's 9, LeBron's 17. I'm not going to include the World. I mean the
Oh, you
Cup
said playoff series or let's playoff game?
series.
Playoff series.
Series.
Okay.
Series. I'm not going to include the Cup. All Star appearances, 11-21. We know
Oh, time out. Steph Curry only played 9 playoff series in his career.
one. It says 9. I'll double check my facts, but that's what it says. We have
Okay.
MVPs, 4-2. Finals MVP, Steph 1, LeBron 4. The list goes on. I'll say this, right? I think to Hef's point, Steph did it in one place. LeBron's done everything. And if you're looking at longevity, plus just I've never seen an athlete, and I mean in any sport, like LeBron James, in any sport. Like the man, he doesn't take a night off either. I look at younger players who take rest games, and LeBron plays. I give him that.
Mm,
I respect Steph Curry's story or so where he came from. If Steph Curry was 6'8", might be a different story.
mm.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Hmm. So that's 2 LeBrons, 0 Stephs. Polo, you got the floor.
Oh my God,
I
I
got to
couldn't
feel.
wait.
All right,
Please,
I got to feel. All right, know
I
where
was
this is
just
gonna
getting
go.
antsy
Do
over
we
here, just
really
waiting
need
for
this
him to
answer?
talk about this
That's
shit.
why I wanted him to go last. Rather than me waiting.
I was just getting antsy. Listen, first of all, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. I think Steph Curry has had an amazing career. I think he has overachieved based on what we saw. I think it would might even be an even greater career had he not been so injury prone early in his career. I think that slowed him
Yeah.
down a little bit. But if we're talking about best career, best story, LeBron James has the best story in sports. Period. Period. There is no comparison to anyone. And I mean across sports board. Imagine being 16 years old and they put you on the cover of the Sports Illustrated, which at the time was the biggest publication for sports, and it says the next Michael Jordan. 16 years old. This is a kid that was 16 years old. So not only did he deliver on the height, carried it with class the entire time. No scandals, no foolishness, no goofy stuff going on. Literally has done everything the right way. Would I like to see him stay in one place? Yes. Am I understanding as to why he didn't stay in one place? Absolutely. Because living in this social media era, it's a lot of people that say, nobody fears Braun. Everybody feared Mike. They would never dare say anything about Michael Jordan. Well, that's because you didn't have idiots with a microphone and Instagram back when Mike was playing. Because I
Here
promise
you
you,
go.
people would have said it. They would have criticized. They would have said shit because you can
I
throw
think
a
you just
rock
said
and hide your
idiots with a
hand
microphone.
with Instagram and Twitter and things of that nature. And now Braun is the star that you see. I think Kobe got it towards the end of his career. You know what I mean? Like a little later, but early, it was none of that. LeBron has literally done everything, bro. If he pulls off another ring, it solidifies that GOAT. Well, pause. I don't believe in GOATs. There's no such thing as GOATs in team sports. That's for a different story, different day. But I'm gonna take LeBron for sure. Steph, even though Steph has had an amazing career and probably one of the most fantastic March Madness runs I've ever seen, it's not even close, bro. It's not even
Can I correct?
close.
Can I say something real quick? My statistician came back to me. It was a correction, and what I said earlier. Steph's made the playoffs 9 times.
I'm about
LeBron's
to.
he's made it to the playoffs 17 times
Out
Yeah,
of 22 years
yeah.
out of 22 years.
and been to the finals 10 times.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Is it my turn?
Go for
Yeah,
it,
we
brother.
know which way you're going.
How?
We
How
already
do
know.
you
But
mean?
I'm waiting to hear.
No, because
I'm waiting to
Somehow he's
hear.
gonna somehow he's going to put Kobe in the two
Oh
choices
yeah.
between
Kobe
Bron and
makes the
Steph.
mix. He ain't even an option, but Kobe makes the
He's
mix
not
for
even an
sure.
option, but he's going to say Kobe or Magic Johnson or something like
Yeah,
that.
a Laker will be involved. I guarantee.
Okay, go.
So just because y'all did that, I wasn't gonna. But if I had to pick a career, the late great Kobe Bean Bryant would be my first option. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and correct y'all because I think you misconstrued the question. I didn't ask who had the best career because I think a more that's more of opinion. Well, it's all opinion based. But I didn't say who has the best career. I said which career would you rather have?
No, I think we understood the question. We
And I
gave you the
think
answer.
no.
I
It's
think
my
everybody
turn.
here would rather be LeBron.
I provided you ample opportunity to speak your piece.
Well, I mean, but you said we were incorrect. Drew and I'll let you continue. Drew and Harold, y'all understanding that whose career would you rather have had, right? That y'all gave
Okay.
y'all answer based on that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we weren't
Okay.
misinformed. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let me explain to you why I feel differently. Um, to me, one. Let me give my caveats because Polo swear I hate LeBron. I don't. I think LeBron has had probably, and all jokes aside, I think going back, I can't remember who brought it up. That King, that Slam magazine cover, I think it was when he was in high school. From that point to
Sports
right
Illustrated.
now, we talking 22 years. I think we're at somewhere in around that 03 to now, or whenever that was. Kudos. You can't. If you'd have asked me when I saw that cover, there's no way he could live up to that. There's no way. And he did it. He did it. He did it. I'm gonna unequivocally say he did it. He won wherever he went. He has not cheated the game. He's given the game everything he can. He's legitimately, I will say, been the ambassador to the league probably since 2010. You know what I'm saying? Really and truthfully, not, I'll give him that. I think at that point in time is when Kobe, I think that when he started winning in Miami, the league became his. And so I'm going to give him all of that. But I'm also going to disagree. And if I had to pick a career, I'm going with Steph. And the reason I'm going with Steph was for a couple of different things. A couple of different reasons. One of the main reasons is, like you said, Marcus, Steph did it in one place. He was able to pick a home, well, not pick, but he was able to take an NBA home, and he was able to figure out how to win in that home. Yes, they build a team. I'm not saying who gets more credit, blah blah blah. This that and the third. I understand why LeBron had to leave. I'm not even giving him any grief for that. But if I had to choose, I'd rather do it in one place. Could that be because of my bias to Kobe Bryant? Could be. I'm not gonna say isn't, but I think in 10 years, Steph Curry is going to be able to go to Golden State, go to San Francisco, go to Oakland. He's going to be able to go to that area. And he's going to be king for life. For life. Miami likes him. Cleveland, they love him a little bit, but they love him a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That city don't love him the way I put it like this. I don't think that silly city will celebrate LeBron the way they should. See?
I can agree.
I said it differently.
I
I said it
don't.
differently than you think you said it. I don't think they will celebrate LeBron the way they should because of how it happened, how him going to Miami, how all of that. I don't think what LeBron was to Cleveland prior to 2010, he is now. Now, I think him coming back, winning a championship, I think all of that has come into play as far as warming up. But I don't think LeBron James is getting a statue outside of was it Quicken Loans Arena? Is it still Quicken Loans? I don't know if he gets one right away. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll put it like this. I think Steph Curry gets a statue before LeBron gets one.
Wow.
He's damn sure not getting one in LA.
You
He's
sure?
not. He's not.
You
He,
sure? Are
You
you
know,
I would
sure?
be surprised. I would
you
be
know,
surprised if he wins another one, maybe. But right now, I don't think he gets one. One championship don't get you a statue in front of the Staples Center, and I still call it the Staples. I'm not this ain't that's not a shot at LeBron. My
No, I
point
feel you.
being,
I feel
my
you. I feel
point
where you're
being
going with
is
that.
that
Yeah, you got it. Lakers is a different. I will agree. That's
it's a
a
different
different
breed. It's a
level
different
of
breed.
accomplishment. I agree.
Mhm.
Miami's not gonna give him one because Pat Riley ain't signing off on it. So It's Cleveland or nothing, and it's a 50-50 chance, or whatever percentage you want to give it. My point being is this: they both have loved families within the NBA arena. Like I think if you go family, check on both sides. If you go legacy, NBA legacy, I think Steph Curry is closer to LeBron than you think. I think they're both first ballot Hall of Famers. I think,
Of
literally
course,
speaking, if they both retired this year, they both going into the Hall of Fame at the exact same time.
I
You're
agree.
talking one championship, four to it's 4-4,
Four to
right?
four.
No, four
Four
to
to
four.
four.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, they just won one. 4-4. I beat you, you beat me, right? But to me, it boils down to I got a place where I can come. My kids eat gonna be good. I'm good. My wife, like I did something to that city that's never been done before, and I revolutionized the game of basketball. Dame Lillard, Trey Young, and all these other dudes, Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry. Ain't but so many people can beat LeBron James. That's just the truth. Ain't but so many people 6'8", 250 that can do what he does. But everybody 6'3" and under can try to be Steph Curry. He is revolutionary. You can literally see whether it's good or bad, him revolutionizing the game of basketball. He will be as LeBron James will be as well. But I don't think there's a room that LeBron James enters in basketball that Steph Curry's not there. And so if you have me to pick, and I had an NBA home, which I don't think LeBron James has, I'm gonna pick that.
That's an interesting take. Cool.
Respect it.
I, you know, no
But I
comments.
wasn't
No
disrespectful.
comment.
I wasn't even disrespectful to LeBron.
No. I'm not playing that card. I promise you. I
Yeah, I
thought you
was.
were eloquent and articulate and not trying to trash LeBron, but just choosing why you chose Steph Curry. I would disagree with the whole there's not a room. There is a room. It's called the GOAT room. He don't walk in that room, bro.
But
He
okay,
don't walk in
okay,
that room,
okay,
champ.
okay,
There's a
okay.
thing of
He,
finals MVPs. When you beat me, the
he
league didn't
got
even
one though.
recognize you as the best player on your team.
That's cool, but that's also political. But we can go there.
Oh, was it political when Kevin Durant not the best player on those teams?
I
Was he
agree.
not?
I think he was.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not
So
talking about. I'm not talking. I'm talking about the Andre Iguodala one.
Iguodala shouldn't have got it. I'm
No, I'm
be
not talking about Kevin
no,
Durant.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
talking
no.
about
We're
Kevin
not
Durant.
doing that. We're not. They
Iguodala
gave
shouldn't
it
have
to
got
him.
it.
He got a triple double averaged on his ass. The
Harold,
NBA gave it
Harold,
to him. He was the
Harold,
Finals
you can cut the episode
MVP.
whenever you need to cut the episode, Harold. Just FYI.
No,
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 there's no way on
no. We're
Andre
not
Iguodala
doing that.
got
See,
that. No,
that's
sir.
the shit I'm talking
No,
about. Moving the goalposts. That's the shit I'm
no.
talking about,
How's that moving the goalposts?
I
bro.
guarantee you. Not even
All I
Andre
said
felt like he
was,
deserved
all I
that.
said was, he should have gotten the MVP.
That
Okay,
ain't the
well, if you
point,
want
Drew.
to go that
That's
route,
not the
okay, cool. Let's
point.
question: has LeBron James ever got a unanimous MVP?
No.
Okay, so
Should
we
LeBron James have 6 MVPs?
we just said we wasn't doing that, didn't we?
No,
Just
no, that's not what we said.
say
That's not what we said. That's not what we
Drew,
said.
Drew, didn't
That's
we just
when
say?
Derrick Rose won the MVP. LeBron James averaged more points, shot the ball better from the field, and averaged more rebounds.
You want to talk about awards? He should have a co-rookie of the year, not a rookie of the year. But we're not going to go there about shouldas. We're not going to do
Well, I
shouldas
mean, Cole
because he
is
shouldn't
just as
have a
good as
full
rookie
rookie
of
of
the
the year
year,
to
bro.
himself either. Because Carmelo Anthony should be either have gotten it or at least co-gotten it. So we're not talking
Melo
about
should have got it.
shouldas. We're not talking about shouldas. What we're talking about is what he got.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Finals MVPs. Why does he only have one?
Who? Steph?
Why does he only have one?
Because Kevin Durant was on that team, brother. I'm not
Oh,
taking
so
that
you
away from
mean
that.
there was a player on his team that was better than him?
But what's the point of
So
that?
name
I
the
don't
player that
understand the point.
LeBron James
Are you
played with
trying to
that's
say you'd
better
rather
than
have
him.
Kevin Durant's career? I know you're not saying that.
No,
Okay.
name the player that LeBron James played with that was considered better than him.
Nobody but Luca, but
Oh,
I
so
don't
he
understand
mean
the
in
point.
22 years, he's always been the best player on the team. Even now at 40 and he has 25-year-old Luka
He's
Doncic,
not the best
he's
player on the
still
team,
considered the best player on the team
but he's not considered the best player. And I'm not even trying to disparage him from being
by
40
you.
because he's
By you.
40.
Stats would say differently.
Yo,
He's
who?
averaging how many points, Drew?
Bro,
You want to run it since the All-Star break? What we
bro,
averaging?
bro.
What we averaging out here?
Luka Doncic ain't played since December, dog. We not
You
Whose
about
fault
you
is
and
that? Get in
we
shape.
not
Just
about
get
you
off
and
the
your
beer, bro.
assistant.
Get off the highlight. Get off the fucking Heinekens.
you're not about to sit here and tell me that Luka Doncic right now is not okay. Anyway, that's not even the conversation. The point, because anyway, the point I'm making is it doesn't matter whether he was the best player on his teams or not. That's not the question. The point that was being made was not whether or not he was the best player on any one of the teams he was playing.
Agreed.
The point being made was you were talking about MVPs. And you were talking about how he had only had one finals MVP. I said, cool. So I simply just asked how many unanimous overall MVPs
Oh,
does
he has
LeBron
none, bro.
have?
You were
And he
absolutely
was not
that was a
good.
great point. He has
That's
none.
all.
He
Yeah,
has
he was not
absolutely none.
good.
No unanimous MVPs.
Do
I
me a
take
favor.
nothing away from
Do me
Steph.
a favor.
I think everybody on this panel was pretty clear.
29.8.
How many?
29.8.
Points per
Oh,
game.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
was being phenomenal.
Okay.
You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me to say
So he's averaging a whole 30 piece out here at 50 years old.
time out, guys.
Yeah,
What's
I don't know what's better. I don't know what's better. The fact that Drew looks up stats so fast, or the fact that I can hear him type and look
Oh
up
man, the
stats.
typing is crazy because I know he going
Listen,
in. Because
listen,
I know
brother.
he going in and
Find this shit
really
for you.
looking for it.
Gotta find this shit for you, brother.
You
Gotta
know what
find
I'm
it for
saying?
you.
Look, again, I'm not knocking Step one bit. I told you, bro. I think he's had an amazing career, but I think everybody on the
why
panel was
is the
dishonest
South
about the
Bay Lakers
situation,
on
except
TV and not
for
the Memphis
you.
Lakers?
You're the only person that wanted step career over LeBron's. Like you're the
But
only person on the panel that wanted that shit over LeBron's, though. Like
do you think that deters me from my opinion?
no. I mean, you've done goofy shit. Come
I
on, man.
think
We got
y'all
shows showing you do
think
goofy shit,
y'all
man. There's nothing
wrong
wrong with
all
that.
the time.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like that's
Bro,
your
I
opinion,
think
man. I
just
can't knock you
because
for having your opinion, brother.
but bro, I think y'all taking the easy route. I think y'all taking a lazy take. I think it's a lazy opinion because ultimately speaking, it's easy and it's cool to say LeBron James' career, but if you really boil it down to the nuts and bolts of the thing, and you really identify what's really a differentiating factor, and then you take the whole point of me having a basketball home, because again, the whole point was, what would you rather have?
Oh yeah. I wanted to address that whole basketball home thing. So when LeBron James left in unceremonious fashion, they
Right?
literally got on Instagram and
And
burned
burn his
his jersey.
jersey. Right. I think that
When he
was
came back in the Miami jersey, I know you've seen the little documentary they talk about the Heat and
crazy.
stuff like that. Dwayne Wade said he had never seen real evil in his life till he walked into that Cleveland Cavaliers locker room. I mean, that Cleveland Cavaliers arena.
No, that
Do you
was.
know this man went
I
back?
think they were over the top. I think they were
Uh,
over. Yeah, yeah.
No, bro, come on, Twan. Did you watch that game, bro? They was throwing batteries at the
No,
man, dog.
no, no. I
They
think
was
that's
throwing
crazy.
batteries at the
I think
man,
that's
dog.
insane. No, no, no. You we on the same page? I think that's
That shit they do in high school, not the NBA, dog. I've
but
had batteries thrown at me in a high school basketball game, bro. That's not supposed to happen at the NBA level.
it's not
I
supposed
don't
to
know.
have.
That's
It's not
not
supposed
ever
to
supposed to
happen.
happen.
Period. But
That's never supposed to.
I think
So
there's a scenario. Oh, go ahead. I'm
he
sorry. Go ahead.
got that, then came back, left Miami, put out a statement, said, I'm coming home, and literally the entire state of Ohio celebrated. You think they not putting a statue up there? This man won a championship in Ohio, bro. What other sports team in Cleveland or Ohio period has won a championship besides Ohio State in the last 70 years?
I don't know.
Have the Browns won?
They have not.
They won
Okay,
a
Yeah,
space
So
I don't
tournament.
so
know if
you
he'll.
think that the one guy that brought them that because he left and came back like Jesus, you know what I mean? Left and came back like the Lord and won. You think they're not gonna put a statue out there?
Okay. So what if? Okay. So he might get a
This is
statue.
one of the
He might get a
greatest
statue,
players
Marcus.
in NBA
He
history. Where
might
do
get
you
a
have him at?
statue,
One,
Marcus.
two,
But
three,
remember
four,
the
or
original
five.
question. Remember the original question. I mean, I really, you're sweating. Calm yourself down.
No, I'm
Raise
not sweating, bro.
raise
It's very
yourself.
cold in this garage. I'm not sweating.
But the point I'm making is, think about it like this, though. Again, all that stuff you're saying
Mm.
sounds good. My question is this: who's more loved in their city? Steph Curry in the Bay or LeBron in Cleveland?
That wasn't the
I'd
question.
argue Steph in the Bay.
That wasn't the
Because
So,
question, though.
here's the
so the
no, no.
thing.
I'm evolving the question. We clearly don't
All right,
agree. I'm just adding more to the question. That's all.
go ahead.
So the point I think there's more universal love for Steph in the Bay than LeBron in Cleveland, because I don't care. I think there's still people, as many people who came back,
Mhm.
there's still a percentage of people who never did. And
Okay.
so whether you agree is right or wrong, that's just my personal opinion.
But the reasoning's different, right? I think Steph's is based on basketball. LeBron's is based on everything else that came with it. If you look at what
Agreed.
LeBron did to the economy when he left Cleveland, that's where
Agreed.
the anger came from. The money they put into LeBron.
Mhm.
Like when LeBron left Cleveland, Cleveland went broke. That's where the aggression came from.
But I think that
So,
goes back to my point. I'm not saying it's rational. I'm not saying it's valid or not. I'm just
mm,
saying there is a segment of people that still don't fuck with LeBron in Cleveland.
well, Cleveland's crazy.
What? But doesn't matter. It just
No, no, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, brother.
illustrates my point
I'm on your
because if you
side.
go into the Bay, I find five people that don't like Steph Curry in the Bay.
No, but I get what you're saying,
That's
but that's
all.
like
That's all I'm
I
saying.
you
don't
could.
think you can find
I
five
think
people who
y'all. I
watch
think y'all
NBA
arguing the
basketball who don't like
reasoning.
Steph
I'm not
Curry, bro.
saying
No,
these
no,
people are right. I'm just saying this is just what it
no,
is.
no. I agree with you there, but hey, if my coffee shop shut down because Twan left the city, then I'm mad at Twan too. I get it.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think the show been over, but
Oh, brother, we had a
No,
little
no,
long
no, man.
tonight.
We had it. This is a very healthy show. It's a little lengthy, you know what I mean? Pause. But I'm just, it's a very healthy show. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
take
saying? It's
us
a
out of
very
here.
healthy show. We got to see that no matter what the take is, no matter how much sense it makes, you will always go the odd route.
I think I
So
think there are
you
certain
keep going
people
with
in this
Under Armour.
world.
I'm gonna take this Nike deal over here,
I mean, and I'll
and
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
be
close it.
considered the GOAT, while
I'll
you'll be
close it out,
considered the
guys.
GOAT of point guards and loved in the Bay.
I'll close it
Great
out.
job.
I'll close it out. I'll go ahead and say this. There are some people in the world that follow the path, and there are some people in the world that strike out on their own path. Guys, you choose who you want to be. It's your boy EA Smith. This has been the hot seat. You know, stay tuned. We love you. I don't know. I was trying to. Can we cut that and come back?
No, no, no. We keeping that shit because that was a
Yeah, I'm about to
horrible
say,
by the
I was
talent.
trying
That
to
was a
say
fucking 0 for
something.
8 on
I
jump shots
lost.
for the night.
I
Motherfucker,
He
that
said,
was
lost.
horrible.
you
"Hey,
know,
he said, come
you
back.
know
We
what?
love you."
Yeah,
If
I
I
was
was
like,
a,
love you. I don't even know these people,
I
man. And
didn't.
some
My
of them don't like
brain.
me.
My brain
hey,
went
look,
blank. My brain went blank.
hey, if I was an intramural coach right now, I sit you on the bench next to Drew.
See,
Yeah, man.
I get one foul. I got to sit down. Okay,
And he was giving effort, like trying to take a
right.
charge. Bro, how you gonna sit the man on the bench with
Drew
giving effort, bro?
Marcus. He
Somebody's a
was
tight game.
Drew was wearing long pants.
He was wearing what?
He was wearing long pants.
Hey,
Oh,
but that
come
ain't
on,
nothing to do with
Drew.
the
Now
foul.
wait a
That
damn
ain't
minute,
nothing to
Drew.
do
Now
with
He
you
was
had on
I,
wearing long
sweatpants,
pants
Drew.
in the game.
I had little legs. Ain't nothing to do with the foul. The point is, I set up for the charge. It didn't go my way, and he sat me down immediately. I didn't like it. I looked bad in front of people.
Listen,
I
man.
didn't get a shot up or
Listen.
nothing.
Oh shit.
Drew.
Hey,
We're not
listen,
gonna
I should have went to
criticize,
state with y'all because the stories that y'all be having from state, bro. I
bro.
But
probably
listen,
This shit was
should have went to
bro.
state.
We should have had a camera. That would have been a documentary, dog.
Oh my god, that's
hey,
terrible, man.
real
But
quick though,
anyway,
you know what's awkward though?
let me close the show. Let me close the show. Then
But
we'll listen, man. Listen, man. Again, like I said, it's your boy EA Smith. You already know what it is. Best sports analyst, not on ESPN. My boys was with me. We got it in today. Good conversation, y'all. Good talk.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
opinions.
yeah.
Real talk. Real opinions. Real takes. It's the hot seat. We out. Back again next week. Y'all be good. Peace.
all right, fellas.
Peace.